Cruising back. Hey, boss. We've got the feral cat. This cat's name's Chompers. I'm just riding it back from the vet. Just kind of de-sexed. That's where the Patreon money goes. De-sexing feral cats so they don't breed out of control. But Chompers is a very aggressive feral cat. So just cruising home. Pretty relaxed now. So better than getting put down, I guess. I've got a video here. Firstly, this is the vegan jerseys, summer jerseys from locker.com. If you want one of these and shipping anywhere in the world, go to Locker, L-O-K. I'll put it on the screen. Locker. This is our friend Hong does them. We have the, why don't use a power meter anymore? This is not a power meter, this is a brightness. Let me move a bit closer here. I'm getting the helmet. So this is the deal here. Why don't I use a power meter anymore? I've been using a power meter almost daily for almost 11 years now. February 2009, I got my first power meter. It was a Power Tap power meter. I got it in Australia. I think it cost me like $2,000. Got it wholesale back in February 2009, before Strava was going. And having a power meter changed my life. It really did. It taught me about nutrition. I quit the raw food diet because I got a power meter. I'm like, hang on, like, what am I doing here? Like, you know, what's the point of eating raw food if my performance is going down? And that's when I created Raw Till 4 in 2010, you know. Just because I started using a power meter, I'm like, this is embarrassing. I'm getting dropped because I'm running out of fruit or can't get enough fruit or whatever. This is silly. I'm pushing people away from vegan life because I'm doing such a restrictive vegan version of, you know, high carb. And so Raw Till 4 birthed from me using a power meter in 2010. And but why don't I use power meter anymore? People say, Harley, I look at your Strava, sometimes you got power, sometimes you don't. Well, there's a few truths there. One, I've got 26 bikes. And so I ride a bike off every different day. I'll grab whatever's near the door. You can see the bikes in the garden here. And so I don't have 26 power meters. I've got maybe, I don't know, 9 or 10 power meters on various bikes. So sometimes the battery's flat. Sometimes I jump on a bike and the battery's flat. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going for a spin. Doesn't really matter. And so sometimes you'll see it. Sometimes you'll see me on a mountain bike. I'll do a segment. There's no power meter. Blah, 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 blah. Why don't I use power meter though? Before it used to be critical for me. I was like OCD. I have to have my power. I've got to see my numbers. And that's really a great habit to be into. I think it's really going to be rigid like that just to learn what's going on. Now though, because I hardly train, I just train hard. Right? If you hardly train hard. And I don't need a power meter for that. I just going to go fucking full gas. Like today I got a KOM and a climb. The first 3 minutes, man, I just fucking flexed it. Didn't, you know, no point looking down the power meter because I'm just like, you know, I couldn't even see. I'm just like blurred vision. And then I got to the climb. I was like, oh shit, I've gone too fast. And I thought there was a downhill coming up, but it kept going up. So I totally blew my load all over the trail, lactic acid wise, and just creeping. And then recovered for the downhill. And then I ended up getting the KOM by over a minute after some pizza, pepperoni, and omnivore lad. And just family banter. I still love about Strava, man. It's just shit talking constantly and banter, and it's everyone gets fitter, it's faster, it's great. And so, didn't have power and I didn't have data, didn't really matter because it's up and down anyway, you know? So it's like, if you're looking at your power meter, then that can sort of distract as well, especially because I'm not really in the best shape at the moment. I'm a bit heavier, a bit more muscular, and that I really feel it on the climbs. Back in, you know, pre full Natty Bra days in 2013, 2014, when I was just like 66 kilos, now I'm probably about 72, 73. Staunch version of durianrider. And you definitely feel the extra 6-7 kilos. You definitely feel that. If you don't believe it, just go and, you know, slap on 6 kilo backpack and then go and ride your KOMs. So that's just fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that the watts don't really matter that much because I'm not pushing, you know, I'm not pushing 6 watts per kilo anymore because I've got the extra muscle. Muscle's dead weight for a cyclist. I mean, it looks better and stuff like that, but it's dead weight. Upper body muscle's dead weight for a cyclist. Even the sprinters, look at Marcel Kittel or Mark Cavendish or even Peter Sagan. When you see them, and I've ridden with those guys, I've see them down the street in Adelaide wearing a t-shirt, and they look like heroin addicts, basically. Look like me, just like a scrawny sort of dude with a t-shirt on, and so upper body muscle is just dead weight. And, but often people think, oh, you got to build muscle. What do you do for protein, Harley? What do you do for protein? It's a really important question people ask me on Instagram. So what about protein? You're a runner. What about protein? What do you get protein from? And I'm like, well, I'm a runner. I like the marathon. I'm a cyclist. I like going up a hill fast. Protein's not what you want to be focusing on, because every extra kilo, what's the point of having a 6.8 kilo bike when you're going to be extra few kilos of pec or guns? That's just dead weight as a cyclist. So you don't need much protein. Less protein's better. Better for your kidneys, better for your health. So I don't use a power meter at the moment, because all I have to know is to fucking suffer. You know what I mean? Just fucking hurt. If I ain't hurting, I ain't going hard enough. When I'm really in peak shape, power meter's really handy, because I can just I can just pace it better. But now it doesn't matter. It's almost a bit of a psych out potentially. So I just say, just fucking launch it. If you're a noob though, get a power meter. Definitely get a power meter. But you'll see guys like, especially Lance or Contador, they wouldn't use power meter in races, or Contador would put a bit of sticky tape over his thing. That's a good option as well. And then you just look at it afterwards. How did I pace it? Same with my running races. I won a running race on Saturday, 5K park run. Did like 17:25, about a minute. It's about 52 seconds off my PR. I didn't look at my watch the whole time, pace-wise. Didn't matter. I'm just going for it, mate. The whole time, just running, bro. Just running. Didn't need to look at my pace. But if I was, going for a marathon, didn't look at my pace, just pace it better. But a 5K, just fucking go for it. And afterwards go, okay, I maybe went out a bit too quick, blah, 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 blah. But no, I paced it really smooth. It's perfect. Just go by feel. So there is a point in your life where feel is very important. But to go by feel, you have to learn the numbers first, all right? That's a lot better. It's like when I'm using a torque wrench on my bike. I've used a torque wrench so much, I can feel what 5 newton meters was. I can feel what 6 or 7 or 8 newton meters is. I still do use a torque wrench, but I can feel it pretty fucking good. I was in the vets before, and I had to guess the dog's age. It was a Cocker Spaniel. It was fat. The owner got triggered because I said the dog was fat and he should lose weight and his eyes won't be so inflamed. But in either way, I said to her, how old's the dog? He's about 6, isn't he? She's like, he'll be 6 in January. I was like, good guess. It's about using calculators, using numbers, but also observing it, not just relying on the numbers, but just having those numbers filter through your head, all right? Be like, I want to put my hand through your head, Harley. Just filtering for those numbers through your head. Not just having the numbers there, not just having information, but pushing it through and feeling what that number is. What does 400 watts feel like? What does 6 watts per kilo feel like? What does 100 watts feel like? Not just, okay, I'm doing 100 watts. Okay, I'm doing a 400 watts. Feel it. That's really important. So that's why I don't use a power meter anymore, which is a bit of a clickbait title. I do use a power meter, just not every ride. But, when I'm pacing someone for KOM, I use power meter for sure. When I'm pacing Natasha or someone, if someone says, hey, Harley, pace me up Norton Summit today, sub 15, I'll give you $50. I'm like, I'm there. I do that for people. And if they don't get PR, then I don't get paid. Simple as that. And so that's that's when I use power meter every time. If someone's like, Harley, I want to do 14:47 up Norton Summit. I'm like, all right, let's do 14:47 up Norton Summit. Then I'll use power meter to the numbers. So, but if I'm trying to hold, Richie Port's wheel or someone, I'm not looking at my power. I'm just looking at the fucking wheel, And that's what I tell people when I'm pacing you, or if you're in a bunch, don't look at your power meter. Just hold the fucking wheel. That's all that matters. Hold the wheel. If you're pacing someone, a teammate or someone back to the bunch or whatever, then that's where numbers are really important. But you also want to learn how to feel it as well. And I know Lance Armstrong is really good at feeling. A lot of riders are good at feeling. So I love feeling what's going on in my body. I just love the numbers. I love the information. I love processing it. It sometimes might psych me out, but very, very rarely, It's more of just, being able to have numbers in your face and being able to have not numbers in your face and just going for it either way. I still do recommend a power meter for everybody. I'll always use a power meter, but I don't rely on it like I used to. If I'm just, out of shape, just going for it. People say, oh, you're out of shape, you're lean as, mate. You look like you're ready for the Tour de France. It's like, yeah, that's just a high carb, low fat, vegan long-term, baby. Never calorie restrict, never cut your carbs, keep your fat limited, early nights, go easy on the stims, use them never or very, very rarely, healthy thyroid for the win. Simple as that. And that's just how we roll. Anyway, if you have some comments or questions down below, hit us up. Just another shout out to Brighton. This was my favorite unit I've ever used. It's the Brighton 330. It's super lightweight. It's got a 36-hour battery life. It syncs with your power meter effortlessly. Some people say that Garmin are doing dodgy stuff with their software, so your Stages power meter just drops out, or your cork or whatever. Who knows? But the Brighton, love it. Brighton 330, dropped it so many times. Had it for 2 years. Had it in torrential rain in Thailand. It's just going fantastic. Super fast charging, super fast transfer to Strava. Brighton 330, I love it. I got into Brighton because someone said to me, can you review a Brighton 310? And I was like, yeah, Brighton, blah, blah, blah. And I had my Garmin 1000, and it kept fucking up. The battery, the button on the side kept wearing through because it was just shitty, cheap rubber. The Brightons have hard plastic. It's never going to wear out. It's fantastic. And so the Garmin would wear out, and then I had a stick in there, and I sent it back to Garmin, and they're like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I had this like 2-month wait, or just this back and forth, worst customer service ever, first world problem. The Garmin Australia, big thumbs down, lost the customer, and you lost my recommendation. Subscribers, 210,000, just because an arrogant Garmin Australia staff member didn't want to say, hey, look, we'll give you a new one, but hey, you probably shouldn't use it. I had to fight for it. These units would have cost them $10 from China, maybe $10 to make. That's just, it's 2019. What are people doing? But anyway, first world problems, and it's just customer service. So anyway, and I don't rate Garmin anymore. They're expensive. They drop out. The customer service, in my experience in Australia, was shit house, arrogant. And that's what happens often with people. I work for Garmin, I work for Specialized, I work for Trek, I work for Canada, I work for Shimano, I work for SRAM. And they get these people with this power trip. I've got 200k subs, I have to be careful myself just to stay humble, stay real deal, stay transparent and open and honest. So yeah, just keep it chill. Customer service is very important in 2019. But anyway, first world problem. Thankfully, I did get bad customer service. Thankfully, I did have some reviewers saying, check out Brighton. And I got on board. And for me, I'm Brighton for life. Even Brighton said, hey, we love you. We love where you work. They sent me product, but I'm still using the original one I bought from 99 Bikes, the Brighton 310. I just love this little unit, man. It just feels happy. It's just lasted so well. It's been poured on in Thailand, like poured on. I do recommend, taking your electric items off the bike when it's parked in the rain, but this one's been absolutely drenched, still going strong. I love the 36-hour battery life. I love it. That's really good for me. And another thing as well, I've got the laser helmet here. This is the Laser Z1. I've had it got it in April, I think, March. It hasn't faded, maybe a few %, but it's still going strong. I've used it in Thailand a lot. It's fantastic. Bontrager, Giro, Bell, Trek. Can you please, Bontrager, Trek, same thing. Can you please make a helmet that doesn't fade like this? That'd be really a good thing, The Laser Z1. If it fits your head, great helmet. Beautiful, stands out really, really good. Anyway, that's the deal there. And these Oakleys, just plastic jawbreaker thingies. Gloves, wear gloves unless you want to lose some meat off your hands. This is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. We've got some chemtrails in the sky above us. And we'll see you next video. Got any comments or questions, hit us down below. Thanks for your support over the years, gang. I truly mean it. And I love that there's people out there who appreciate an honest, transparent, just fucking no holds barred opinion and experience. I'm not here to tell you bullshit and smile and hey guys, love you. And I don't, I truly, genuinely appreciate my audience, and I'll keep that authenticity. It obviously pisses some people off and some people love it. I'd rather be loved for being real than loved for being fake. I'd rather be loved, I'd rather be hated for being real than loved for being fake. Simple as that. I just want to help people, just as people helped me when I was struggling back in the day, 10, 20 years ago, even a year ago, whatever, with stuff. So just keep it real with people. Just be blunt, be frank, have a sense of humor. Don't be afraid to speak up. And if you really think it's going to help someone, If you really think I need to hear it, fucking tell them, man. Tell them. 100%. Get a power meter.